Right. Welcome to episode 40. That's right, folks. 40. Same as Mike's age. Episode 40. Welcome, folks. West Coast Sports Junkies. Like I said again, episode 40. Lots to talk about this week. Another long break for the Canucks. Week off because of COVID cancellations. It is what it is. We got some Seahawks to talk about. And we've got the PGA Tour unofficial season start coming up. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the Packers and them locking up the number one seed in the NFC. I mean, it is what it is. It's the Packers. We'll get into that. But before we do, I think we have some New Year's resolutions in this group, but I don't. So here, this is my beer of the night. It's a Polliner. Munich's best beer.
Before.
Oh, it's really, yeah. It's the what does it say on the bottom there? The first Munich double buck beer. There you go. So I'm gonna crack that open and see what it's like. What are you guys drinking? Mineral water tonight or what?
Salvatore. What is that beer like?
Oh, it's so good. Oh yeah.
Looks good. I'm jealous. I'm actually just sipping on an Aquafina for tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know. How about you, Mike? What do you got? Bubbly?
I don't have anything drink going on right now. I might crack something in a bit here. We'll see.
I don't know. Seeing you drink that beer might make me break my resolutions here.
You guys are breaking out into cold sweats now, or what? Watching me drink a beer? Here, look. Oh, so good.
Looks good.
Oh.
You're gonna have to drink 3 times as many tonight now then for us.
No, the rules are that you guys are supposed to have a beer for the podcast. It's one of the rules.
Hey, easy, Mr. White Claw, or whatever the fuck you're drinking.
Yeah, at least I was still having a drink. At least I was still having a drink with you guys. Oh yeah, by the way, that diet over.
Yeah. See, I'm just starting. Well, not really a diet. Just eating a little better. Watching what I eat more. Starting to exercise. I kind of took December off, like a lot of people, I think do.
Yeah.
With the holidays and everything, eating lots of good food, having a bunch of drinks, but it's time to get into beach shape. And I think Mike says he's getting into sheep shape. Mike?
That's right, man. Sheep shape. I'm gonna go hike the mountains.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Jeep shape right here. So
yeah, Mike, I see you've already been up in the mountains the last couple of weeks here. Pretty wild.
Yeah, so like I told you a bit earlier that my wife and kids, they got me snowshoes for Christmas. So, and I have those micro spikes. So my buddy Mark, we've been doing the grouse grind and in the snow. It's been pretty wild. I love it. It's way more fun in the snow because you don't worry. The grind sucks. There's nothing you can do about it, right? But when you snow, it just gives another element to it, and you don't even worry about like how much pain you're going through. You're kind of worried about your next step. And
I can see
so
that.
It was a lot of fun.
Does the snow cover the signs on the grind? Because that would be benefit.
It doesn't cover the signs on the grind. But the last time we did it, it just snowed, and like the snow was above the fence line. If you've done it, and you're walking up, and there's a fence, it snows above it. So it's kind of crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
because that would be a benefit. Obviously, the worst thing for me doing the grind is seeing those stupid signs.
Yeah,
when you're going up there and you see you're only at the quarter mark, it's the biggest disappointment.
Yeah,
so you don't even look. Don't even look at the signs. Just keep going.
Oh, they're.
It's hard not to because there's like 40 of them.
I've seen them, guys. Thanks. I'm just saying, don't look at them. Just keep going. Like, wow.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, go on.
No, I was just gonna say that there's 2 trails there. There's the BCMC and the grind, and the BCMC is actually longer but not as steep as the grind is. So we did that first, and then when we did the grind, it's actually a lot shorter than the BCMC, but it's a lot more vertical, right? So there's 2 trails there. You should come with us one time. Try how you'd like it. It's a great workout.
Yeah, I might like it better than in the spring, summertime. That's for sure.
See,
Might be
I don't think
distracted
you
by
don't
the
think you
cold and
would.
the
You got to
snow.
try it in the snow.
No, I just like you said, I could see it being a benefit to do it in the cold snow. Not worrying about where you are, just worrying about not slipping or falling everywhere, I guess.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
how long does it take you guys in the snow, approximately?
Hour and a half.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you take your time and you're wearing spikes, right? So you're wearing spikes and bring poles. I mean, it's pretty safe. You got a lot of grip there.
Yeah, I think an hour and a half is not a bad time in the summer either. Honestly,
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But yeah, the Canucks, they do that a lot in training camp and everything.
In the summertime,
Like
they do. Yeah.
30 minutes.
Oh yeah. They get, there's
Yeah.
guys there that I met a guy that actually does it like 365 times a year, every single day. Doesn't matter. He does the grind. And wow, he's
Jeez.
in insane shape. And his average time, he told me, is like 39 minutes.
Oh wow.
Like in the
Wow.
summertime.
Every day.
Every day.
He must not have a job.
If I didn't ask, yeah, you're probably right. There's guys there that are like retired too that do it like a lot, over 100 times a year.
Yeah, definitely a good way to keep in shape. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, how was New Year's? Happy New Year's! Actually, this is our first episode of 2022.
Yeah, same to you. And New Year's was awesome. We just went over to a friend's house and stayed there, and had a little bit too much to drink. Just watched it on TV, like the CNN, NBC, whatever countdowns it is, and yeah, it was a good time. What'd you guys do?
Yeah, I just actually went for dinner at my parents', and then the wife and I just came home and relaxed, did the same thing, had some champagne and watched the countdowns on TV. Pretty laid back compared to the previous few New Year's, but it was good times with everything going on. We were supposed to be down in Seattle, like we talked about last episode, which unfortunately didn't happen just with the border restrictions and you needing the PCR test and all that. Just didn't end up happening, but yeah, it was disappointing because it would have been great to see the Canucks and Seahawks down there, but we'll get into that soon. Govik, how was your New Year's?
I did the same thing. Just went to friends, kind of chilled out. Lots of kids around. Didn't really do much. Had some wine, stuff like that. It was good. You know, it was a very low key year, so we kept the New Year's low key as well. So
Good stuff. Well, speaking of the Canucks in Seattle, what did you think of? Well, it's been what 2-3 games since we recorded last.
yeah, well, Pearson, who I'm not a huge fan of, got the Gordie Howe hat trick, so that was pretty good.
For sure.
Who would have thought that? He's not a huge fan of his, but yeah, I know he got the empty netter at the end. That was no, it was a decent game. I think they showed that they showed their class in that game. I think they're a lot better than Seattle is. Unfortunately, tie for you and your team. Seattle's showing they're not very good. It was a winnable game. They won it. They were supposed to win it. The LA game. What did you guys think of that game?
The win streak comes to an end.
Yeah, it was
in LA.
Probably, I don't know. Well, the second period, I think, especially was one of their worst periods of the year.
Yeah.
I think they're
well, I
outshot.
wouldn't take it that far, but
Well, they're outshot something like, I don't know, 17-3 or something, and just absolutely dominated from what I saw. But I mean, arguably one of their worst periods. I don't know if it was the worst, but yeah, the streak unfortunately ended, but it was nice to bounce back against Seattle. Like you said, that's a team we should beat. And I found it kind of cool that, it seems like they're responding every time something, negative or some adversity happens under Boudreau so far. After that LA loss, obviously, he kind of not called out, but said the bottom six needed to be a lot better, start scoring and contributing. And you look at the score sheet from the Seattle game, it was pretty much all the bottom six chipping in for the most part. Podkolzin. I don't know. What did you guys think? What did you think, Mike?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I guess another positive that comes out of it is we didn't lose it in regulation, so we still have gotten a point since Boudreau's been there, and that's True. 8 games now. So we haven't lost in regulation in 8 games, and And yeah, so I think that's still a pretty good streak to be on.
What's what's the next game's on the Saturday or Friday? Saturday.
As of
Saturday,
now, it's
it's
Saturday,
ridiculous
but I
what's
can
going
see
on.
it being pushed because it's
It's at
so what the
home.
NHL has been doing for the most part is they've been postponing all Canadian home games because of the restrictions on fans
Yeah.
to hope that they could play, you know, in front of a full building later in the year, hopefully when Omicron relaxes a bit and the numbers slow down. But yeah, man, that would be right there a week break already. I mean, it's not great for momentum and everything with the team. And then so if that game doesn't happen, they won't play until next Tuesday, January 11th against Florida. And that'll be a tough game. And it's a long layoff. It's tough to keep Demko in the zone and keep the team motivated, man.
Yeah, but there's also, Boudreaux has some time to have some practice time with his team. And this beer is so good.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that a dark beer, Chris?
No, it's not.
Light beer, like a lager kind of?
It's a lager, yeah.
Oh, really?
So good, man.
But yeah, for us fans, it's frustrating not being able to watch Canuck hockey right now.
Mm-hmm. It is.
But at least we still have the NFL going strong.
Well, we have the NFL. We don't really have the Seahawks.
What are you talking about? It was all Seahawks all weekend long, baby.
Yeah, was it?
51 points.
And are they in the playoffs?
It's a minor detail.
No, minor detail.
Yeah, they are not in the playoffs, but what a fun game to watch. I was talking about a little bit earlier with you guys in the group, like that I think is what a lot of people expected the Seahawks offense to look like. Under Shane Waldron, man, they were clicking on all cylinders. The run game, the play action game, defensively they were okay. They still gave up some points to Detroit, but I mean, offense was just rolling. DK 3 touchdowns, everybody was involved. I could get used to watching that. Like, can we play the Lions every week?
And yeah, no shit. And that's the year, exactly right. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Can't believe we didn't see it again the week before against Chicago. It takes, the Detroit Lions to come to town to see it, but we're definitely rolling in that game. And obviously the main thing for me was watching Penny roll 170 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I left that for you. I know you're really liking what you see from Penny there.
I am really liking what I see from that guy, man. He's getting through holes. He's finding the gaps. He's patient. He's hitting them hard, and he's hard to take down. We need to see that, and I know he's unrestricted free agent at the end of this year. I hope that they make a move. I know you think that they're going to sign him, and I hope they do.
I think they'll sign him. I don't think they'll have to pay a lot, even though he's had a strong finish of the year. And I think he'll have a little loyalty to Seattle by keeping him, I was actually thinking he might be a cut in the preseason, just not because of the skill. We never doubted his skill. He just couldn't stay healthy. He's had really bad luck. And I mean, it's a business. That's how it works.
That's true.
Nice.
What? Oh, my keychain. Yeah.
I saw you were trying to get our attention there with that. I like it.
My lanyard. Well, I was like, woo. I was making fun of you guys. This is you guys right now.
So. And then, I think one thing people have kind of forgot about, but Adrian Peterson's still in the running back room. He's been injured, but he's still with the team. I think he's had a big impact on the group altogether, and especially Penny sharing some wisdom, maybe some advice, help him watch tape and pointing out things, he could hit a hole here, make a move, make a cut. I'd like to see Adrian Peterson come to Seattle as a running back coach, start out there. That'd be a cool story.
Yeah, him and Marshawn Lynch just tag team it. That'd be fucking perfect.
He looked like a coach on the sideline. They showed him a lot.
That's true. Yeah, and he was engaged with Penny for sure, talking to him, giving him some pointers. They showed him quite a bit, like you said. One thing I'd say I was disappointed by hearing were the commentators. it was good. They were going off about how this could be Russell Wilson's last game in Seattle, basically a farewell game. And I was like, none of this was coming to my head. I go, why are they talking about this? And they kept on bringing it up all game long. And I was like, yeah, we're winning, but like, shut up, man. Like, what are you guys for real?
It's the same
How'd you feel about that?
I wasn't surprised, man. There's been so much out there. There's a press conference before the game during the week where we kind of talked about it. It's been like the last few weeks. I think the media latches onto things, which I have also got some interest in more from the management coaching side. But I think Russ will be back. We've talked about it before. It's so hard to find a franchise QB. I want changes. Don't get me wrong, but I would rather it be from the management side and or coach. And like I said, it's so hard to find. Look at all these teams struggling year after year to find their QB. We have him. Who knows? Russell could have been playing. Well, we know he was playing through his finger injury on his throwing hand. Could have taken him a little bit longer to get back to peak Russ. I mean, that looked like Russell Wilson on Sunday. I know it's the Lions, but the Lions have beat some good teams this year. They just beat the Arizona Cardinals the week before.
Yeah, so, no. And you can tell there's still something wrong with his finger. He's got that glove on. I don't know if you can see it, but he does wear a glove on it, so it definitely supports that middle finger of his that was broken in like 3 places right at the tip. So for sure, I think he rushed it, came back. He only missed 3 games. But I mean, if you're asking me who I want to see, if I have to get rid of one of the 3 or 2 of the 3, I'll tell you right now, I'm keeping Russell Wilson. And okay, you can get rid of Schneider or Carroll. I don't care which one, or both. You keep Russell Wilson. That's a needle in the haystack, man.
Okay,
you can't find those.
Okay, but does he want to stay?
I think he does. He said that he wants to finish his career in Seattle.
Well, of course he's going to say that.
It's a business, and all these things I was hearing on Sunday is with things I didn't like to hear.
What he said, though, that got people talking is he wants to win Super Bowls, and he knows he doesn't have forever. He's got, well, I don't know. Look at Brady's an outlier. Even Rodgers is getting up there, but he's probably got like 4 or 5 years of like close to peak football left, in my opinion. And then he's a different quarterback than Brady. Like Brady he needs a good O-line. He doesn't move around a lot. Russell, he's always going to be a mobile QB, and obviously, as he gets older, he's going to lose that ability. It won't be as effective.
And Brady makes everybody better, which is also a big difference.
You haven't seen much mobility from Russ in the last 3 years, I'd say.
No, but he's always on. No, he is, but he's always on the move. I mean, which is partly our O-line. But what I would like to see is, okay, let's keep Russ. Let's get rid of Pete and John Schneider. Let's get someone in there to draft and sign some O-linemen.
Mm-hmm.
Get him some more help. It'll help Russ out. Penny and Carson back next year, if they can stay healthy, that's a great duo. Lockett, Metcalf, like that. A few moves on defense. I don't think we're far away, but I think it's like I've said over and over. It's like beating a dead horse. It's the coaching, man. He doesn't adapt, and that is the change I would like to see. And who knows? It's gonna be. Feels like the last few years. It's gonna be an interesting offseason because I don't think all 3 of those guys will be back together. That's my gut feeling. How about you, Mike?
Well, I can get behind that, Ty. I think that something's going to happen, but I hope it's not Russell Wilson. Jesus, that would just be devastating for me, I guess, as a fan. I don't know if it's the wrong business move or what, but I definitely hope it's not Russell Wilson that goes somewhere else. I want to see him be a Seahawk for the rest of his playing career and afterwards. It'd be great. You mentioned the defense too, and Bobby Wagner went out. That's like the first time I've seen Bobby Wagner get injured and miss a game. So that's not very characteristic of him, and not good for
sprained MCL or something.
Yeah, that's not
something in his knee.
What you want to hear.
No, not at all. But yeah, and with the Jamal Adams loss, like we've had some big losses throughout the year. Chris Carson, obviously, we talked about early on. So I don't know. Let's get healthy, make a coaching change, and we'll be back in the playoffs before you know it.
Okay, now I'm with you.
Okay, one comment before we change the subject here. Who in the Seattle organization has the most value at this point for a good return out of those three?
Well, obviously Russell Wilson has
Well,
better value
obviously,
for
right?
a return.
Yeah.
You can't get a trade
You
a
can't
coach.
trade. You could trade a coach, but Pete has no value. But you can't
Well-
trade a GM.
Well, here's
Um,
that, and this is what I'm saying is that get the most positive return possible. Get rid of Wilson, get a positive return, and start rebuilding.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's not bad, but you got to think about how hard it is to find a franchise QB.
Well, obviously it's hard, but
Look
he
at these
wants to. He
teams.
does he want to stay here? Yes, he says. Of course, he's going to say that. What is he going to say? I don't want to be here anymore.
He does,
man.
and he's
I just
really
thought-
invested in the community as well, like off the football field. He just I don't remember exactly what it was. I don't know if you saw it, Mike. Him and Sierra and their foundation just donated like 2.5 million.
Yeah, I did see that.
I think, yeah, in Seattle. But I'm just saying, like, there's so much there. He's highly invested in the community, so it's not just all about football for him. Like, he still wants to win Super Bowls, obviously, but he's got roots there now. It wouldn't be as simple as just, I don't want to be in Seattle.
I can't see him going anywhere. I'd be surprised. But like I said, I went, watching that game and the commentators, what they were talking was almost like they were talking about the Ben Roethlisberger game last night, where and he hasn't even said he's going to retire. They're just it's like the media is like pushing it on him. He does a final lap around the stadium.
Oh, Roethlisberger pretty much, he came out and said.
Did he?
Yeah, it was pretty much it.
Okay, well, that was the feeling I was getting that they were talking about Russell Wilson in Seattle. I'm like, had I known this would be Russell Wilson's last game, I would have got the PCR test. I would have been down in my seats.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think so, but they're more in my mind talking about like the duo, like him and Pete, especially. But who knows, man? We'll have to wait and see how it plays out.
I think we should. Yeah. All right. Did you grab a beer, Mike?
Hell yeah, man! I can't let a sports junkie drink alone.
Yeah, man. What is
So
that? What?
It's
What is it?
Sleeman's Honey Brown from my buddy Ty.
Oh, it's another Ontario beer. All right. Did you guys see Antonio Brown pull Dan Fernandez? Just walks off and leaves. Like, what the hell was that?
Dude, that was unreal. That was some good TV though.
Oh, some good theatrics. Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus, that guy. I think he's burned just about every bridge in the NFL at this point. There is no way. He's got to be done, right? In the NFL? You think he's
100%.
ever signed
Yeah, I
with
mean,
them?
I wouldn't. All right. I mean, I wouldn't sign him, but that's not saying much.
I feel like I've said this though. And a lot of people have that. Okay, that's got to be it for him.
You don't
I think
understand.
this might be the last. This might be the final nail in the coffin for his career. Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
You don't understand with the NFL is like you have Antonio Brown, who's an elite athlete, right? He's one of the best receivers in the game, arguably.
Yeah.
You have guys like Adrian Peterson when they go to these teams and they don't use them. Does anyone find that weird? That's probably, I think that's why he walked off, because they weren't using him. He was just sitting on the sidelines, and he's like, well, I don't want to go out like AP did, just sitting on the sidelines. It's like, fuck this.
No, man. No, that's not what happened.
No, you tell me what happened. That's just the way
What
I
happened?
don't follow them at all.
Yeah, what happened? Insider Ty.
He did not want to go into the game.
Because they took him out of the game and they weren't putting him in.
They're talking about, so he didn't practice all week. He hasn't. So he just had his whole fake COVID vaccine passport ordeal. He was suspended 3 games. Bruce Arians and Brady defended him like, oh no, he's a good guy. Just made another mistake. Blah blah blah. We've got his back. First game back after this whole incident, so he didn't practice all week because he has an ankle injury. Or sorry, second game back after that. He didn't practice all week. And apparently what he is saying as well, so there's sideline reporters, and now Brown has come out and said that he didn't want to go in, he wasn't healthy enough, and the coaches and trainers didn't listen to him. So Bruce Arians like, get in the game, and Brown's like, I'm not going in the game. And so I guess Bruce Arians said, then get the fuck out. Like, so he said, okay, and the rest is history. Threw his jersey, tried to make it to the stands, didn't make it to the stands. He threw his shoulder pads, his gloves. The game, they're about to take the snap, and he's walking through the end zone. Security is looking around thinking it might be a streaker. the ones that didn't see, on the
He
far
looked
side
like
of the field.
one, yeah.
That would have been the best. That's the only thing that could have gone that would have made it more entertaining is security tackling his ass.
Yeah.
Imagine
that
that.
was great.
And then there's all the pictures viral of him waiting outside for an Uber.
He was in an Uber.
Yeah, he did. There's him
There's a
waiting
video
for an
from him in
Uber.
the Uber, yeah.
Video from the Uber driver with him in it, and then he was spotted last night at the Brooklyn Nets game in New York, or just
Yeah, he's done. It's going to be a little fad maybe from the next couple of weeks. We're going to see him pop up here and there, but I think he's doing cameos now. So
he's been close for a while, but maybe
Yeah.
Dave will get on that one next.
When you mentioned that you wish security had got him, that happened to Bonucci during the World Cup or Euro Cup.
I think I remember.
Yeah, or he went up to the fans and he was like, "Yeah," and then he turns around and security's there, and they thought it was a fan.
I remember seeing that.
Like, oh, that was funny. Anyways,
that's awesome. But I think Brown's done, and it hurts the Bucks and their quest to repeat. I mean, they're very thin at receiver. They got Mike Evans back. They lost Godwin for the year, but I think they're going to be hard pressed to make another run, in my opinion. But the Green Bay Packers, man, they got it done on Sunday night and clinched the number 1 seed in the NFC. And the rest of the NFC has to go through Lambeau now if they want to get to the Super Bowl. And it's cold.
I feel like they did that silently too. I wasn't really paying too much attention to Green Bay, but that could also be why I'm always in the loser bowl in our fantasy football each year. But I didn't know that. I thought Green Bay was shit in the bed.
Hey, on that note, congratulations on your big fantasy win this week.
Yes.
I
was a back-to-back loser, Govik. 2 years in a row, lost. This year comes up. I'm back in the loser bowl against your brother-in-law. Joey, and we cut a deal. He's gonna host the party at his house. He's got that new pool and bar and everything, and I'm buying the pizza and beer, which is fine by me.
But you just don't want to be. You don't want to lose the game, regardless of the deal, right?
Yeah, no, you don't want to be deemed the loser 3 years in a row. Jesus, that'd be the turkey. I could not live with myself if I did that.
That was a big win, man. Penny and Burrow. They came up big for you.
Thank you, Rashad Penny, man. What a pickup that was. Boom.
So when's the party?
Summer, man. Wait.
I gotta host one on the 15th of this month.
From last year's.
From last year, because we haven't been able to do it because of COVID. And actually, can we do it?
No.
We can't, right?
No.
Yeah, no, we can do it.
We can?
Not on the 15th of this month. Not right now.
Today she came out and said, speaking of that, Bonnie Henry said there's no more orders. Going to leave it in the hands of us to make the right decisions.
Really?
Because we're all going to get
Pizza
it
Bowl party is a good decision.
Okay. Well, I'll invite myself. So let me know when it's happening because I'll come to both.
Okay.
Sounds good. Perfect. But on that note, with the playoffs, they're pretty much all locked up. There's a few seeds that are up for grabs. Who do you guys think, or who is your pick to win this year's Super Bowl?
Oh man, well, if the guy's in the game, how can you bet against them? I'm going with the Bucks and Tom Brady. He's gonna win the Super Bowl.
He stole my thunder, so.
Okay, well. Hate to break you guys.
I bet you Dan would say the same thing too. Maybe Dan would go with New England.
No, he wouldn't go with New England. He jumps around. He knows he's got a better chance with the Bucks. I think Rodgers and the Packers are going to take advantage of that 1 seed. They didn't last year, or they didn't take advantage of the home field advantage against the Bucks, and they lost, obviously. But I think they'll get their revenge this year. Rodgers wins the Super Bowl, and then he'll retire. That's my prediction. We'll see how it plays out, but playoffs will be good. There's a couple different playoff game days this year. Hey, there's a Monday Night Football playoff game.
Really?
I think wild card weekend, actually. I like that though.
Yeah,
there's normally, because they added an extra game. You know how they have there's the 7 seed now, the extra wild card spot.
Yeah.
No, it'll be good though.
So I did a little bit of fact checking on your Bonnie Henry comments, and you're incorrect. Just so you know.
Don't get your news from us, people.
Yeah, if you're relying on COVID updates from this group, sorry.
What do you mean?
The orders still stand. Whatever was for Christmas is still happening at this point. So
today she said she's not in the business of
shutting down businesses, and she's not going to pull in Ontario, but she already, like, whatever is in place still. So, and I don't know if you guys saw the numbers lately, but they're pretty
crazy
high.
Numbers, man.
Yeah.
But no hospitalizations and stuff, so that's
No.
good. Apparently, it's a lot weaker variant.
They climbed today, though. Actually, the hospitalizations, but
and I personally know.
Shit.
I've got family members that have it. A faithful listener of the show, one of our friends has it. Not going to name any names, but it's out there. It's happening. So the order still stands. Anyways, to more positive information and information that's actually correct. We have a little bit of a giveaway happening this week. And Mike, why don't you explain it?
Yeah, so it's going to be a real short and sweet kind of giveaway, little quick one here. And we have a bunch of West Coast Sports Junkies hats. And so what we're going to do is give away a West Coast Sports Junkie hat, like the one I got on right here. And basically all you got to do is you listen to this episode and just DM us. Whoever I pick is going to win the PGA Tour event this week at Kapalua. Mike's pick. DM us at West_Coast_Junkies. Is that what it is? No. At Instagram.
Dude, you had one beer.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Can you please inform our listeners of our handle?
West_Coast_Sports_Junkies.
What did I say?
You said West_Coast_Coast.
Oh,
man.
That's why you gotta be drinking, going, man. Anyways, DM us who I pick's gonna win the tournament. Just say the name, and we'll get in touch with you. Get you a hat. So the first person that gets to us will get a West Coast Sports Junkies hat.
And on that note,
that is quite the giveaway. I was just going to say that is quite the giveaway. We are all wearing our West Coast Sports Junkies hats right now, and they're super comfortable. And
yeah, great hat.
They're just great. Great hat. Okay.
But yeah, on the giveaway note here, we might as well just jump right into what the listeners will need to win this contest. So the PGA Tour, it's unofficial start to the 2022 season. It's the Champions Tournament, the Century Tournament of Champions at Kapalua in Maui. One of my favorite tournaments of the year. Of course,
definitely my start of the year for PGA golf.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wraparound tour season, so it starts just, I think, 3 weeks after the Tour Championship. So it starts in like mid-September, something like that, and it kind of goes obviously all year. It's this kind of dead zone in between the Tour Championship and Kapalua. It's a chance for some of these younger, less known golfers to try and win a tournament when all the big guns are taking some vacation time. Chance to try and get in the winner's circle. But regardless, it's a course that Mike and I actually are lucky enough to have played. We'll post a few pictures on our account this week, but it's a beautiful course, very windy. There's a view pretty much every way you look, every direction, wraparound views, the ocean.
Every hole has a view of the ocean on it. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Tough course. Not as tough for the pros. They usually shoot some low numbers here, depending which way the wind's going. Dustin Johnson a few years ago almost had a hole-in-one on a par 4. That just gives you an idea of when you're hitting with the wind, it can fly at that course. So, but yeah, it's like we said, one of our favorite tournaments, the unofficial start. So let's get right into it. Chris, we'll give you first pick. Who are you taking this year to win at Kapalua?
Kapalua. Let's get into it. I'm picking Justin Thomas.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Hey, is this is a shot bet, right? Just to
Oh yeah.
clarify.
Let's do
Okay,
a shot
perfect.
bet.
Yeah, Justin Thomas, 100%.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he's the clear favorite. It's pretty close with some of the top guys, but
Wow.
you got it. Great pick. He's had lots of success at that course and in Hawaii.
Just like this beer, I only pick winners. Okay.
Nice. All right, Mike. Well, who are you taking this week?
All right, this week at Kapalua, I'm gonna go with my boy. Na.
Oh,
Na. Kevin, nah.
Wow. I think you just picked him because you wanted to sing your song there.
Yeah.
Okay, no way, man. He played such good golf last year.
I feel bad for you picking him. The guy is 66-1. Dude, you better put a little money on that, like a small bet.
Yeah, sure, I will.
Those are some odds right there.
Don't forget, folks, to DM us that pick, and you could be walking away with a West Coast Sports Junkies hat.
Yeah.
All right.
And Kevin now wins 66-1, money in my pocket, baby.
Now I will be picking
please
the winner.
know your limit and play within it. Okay.
Yeah, now I'll be picking the winner of the tournament. John Rahm. My boy John Rahm. I think this course, obviously for any of these guys they can win it, but I think one of the big stars is gonna take it away. I don't think Kevin Na can keep up with them scoring wise.
He's one of the big stars on the course, so I know what you're talking about.
No, like the Kapkas, the Morikawas, the John Rahms.
See, that's one thing I love about this tournament. There are big names out there. Everyone that's won a tournament from last year gets an invite to this tournament, and huge, like Woods has won this tournament. Bubba Watson's won it. A lot of big names have won this tournament, so it's going to be a lot of fun to watch this weekend. And they always have the whales too, are mating down there in the Bay of Hawaii, in Maui. So they always have lots of whale activity going on too.
Yeah, they usually have some camera time for them too during the PGA broadcast out there.
Yeah,
that'd be a fun tournament to go to. I mean, it's never that busy. There's not a lot of fans there because it is kind of tough to get to. Obviously, it's not on the mainland. But yeah, it's definitely on my list of tournaments to check out. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
All right. Episode 4. What?
Sorry. I heard one of my kids go rah, and I could hear it in my mic. So I'm sure you picked it up. 1 second, I gotta give someone shit.
Since I was getting going there.
As you were.
Hey, Mike, are you done interrupting me now?
I'm sorry, sir. The floor is now yours.
Okay, thank you. The one beer wonder. Thank you very much.
This is a good year. 1834.
Yeah, it must be.
It's been aged.
This one's 1634.
You dug deep into the vault for that puppy, eh?
I did. All right. Well, that was episode 40, folks. Thanks for being with us again, Michael's age. Great show. And don't forget to DM West_Coast_Sports_Junkies with Mr. Mike's prediction. You get that, you get a hat. And like I said, very comfortable hat. Nice on the noggin, especially even for ginormous heads like mine. It just fits nicely, not too tight. Enjoy the show. It was a pleasure working with you guys again this year in 2020.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm actually impressed that you could do the West_Coast_.
He almost lost it at the coast again. He's thinking of what you did, but he did well.
Yes. Okay, 3, 2, 1. That's it, folks. So thank you very much and happy 2022.